Most of our understanding of reality is filtered through 5 physical points of contact. We rely on the tangible world to validate what is real, assuming that if something can't be measured by the body, it isn't there. This reliance is a biological limitation. Our eyes and ears are specialized survival tools, designed to process external forms and shapes, a focus that naturally filters out deeper, non-physical layers of information. When we depend solely on these external sensors, our experience of life remains surface level. We perceive the container of the world, but miss the contents. Because our biology is tuned to prioritize these survival signals, it effectively blinds us. To observe what lies beneath the surface, we have to look past the external noise and navigate our own internal consciousness. This shift began for me in a quiet, isolated room in India. The air was heavy with the scent of sandalwood, creating a space intentionally removed from the distractions of the outside world. There, a teacher presented a disruptive claim. We possess 5 internal senses that operate as a direct mirror to our biological ones. He framed the activation of these senses as a necessity. Ignoring these internal faculties results in a permanent disconnection from the underlying frequency of the universe. This realization was the threshold. To cross it, I had to stop looking at the world through its physical shapes and begin seeking internal truth. The initiation began by closing my physical eyes. While we expect an empty void, holding that focus reveals something different. A field of subtle movement and shifting impressions rising directly from the soul. The teacher called this dragon sight, the ability to see the deep truth of a thing rather than its superficial form. Next, I had to listen. This meant stripping away the sound of birds, cars, or voices, moving into the deep silence beneath the environment. In that silence, I detected a constant vibration, an internal hearing capturing the fundamental resonance of existence. This frequency is not an external broadcast. It is a hum living inside every living organism. These senses are not passive receptors for data. They are active translators, decoding a reality that our physical biology is designed to entirely ignore. The teacher placed his hand near my arm without touching it. In that gap, I felt inner touch, a connection having nothing to do with physical contact. This connection is an energetic bridge. It is the mechanism through which information and intention transfer between beings on a level beneath the skin. He then asked me to find my inner taste. This is the detection of your emotional memory and authenticity, the specific flavor of the soul. Finally, I sought inner smell, which he described as the aroma of one's own consciousness. When you can detect it, you have perfectly returned to a grounded core presence. But this creates a dilemma. If you fully retreat into this internal sensory state, how do you manage to function in the external physical world? Awakening these 5 internal senses forces a conflict. You are caught between the pull of cosmic awareness and the requirements of basic human survival. To resolve this conflict, the teacher told me I must become an idiota. He explained the Latin root of the word as an architectural framework, having your feet on the ground while keeping your head in heaven. As the diagram shows, this requires a dual grounding. You stay tethered to the physical human experience while simultaneously maintaining an elevation in cosmic awareness. This is the goal of the initiation. It isn't an escape from reality, but the maintenance of a perfect ledger, a balance where the biological and energetic are held in equal measure. The mechanism for this balance is the physical breath. It is the singular biological function that bridges our conscious physical world with the subconscious cosmos. Each inhalation and exhalation is a synchronized event. The universe expands and contracts in perfect rhythm with the air moving through your lungs. This awareness isn't a temporary meditative state. It is a permanent presence that remains steady whether we are suffering or celebrating. Ultimately, humans are the active conduits through which the universe continuously breathes. Through our internal senses, we participate in that cycle.